How's it going, guys? Long time no see. Back with another video. It's been a while. We're coming to the end of the year now, so it's time to wrap things up for the year. And what better way to wrap things up than by wrapping up by looking at my Spotify Wrapped for 2020. Spotify Wrapped, if you don't know, is released every year by Spotify to show you your stats about the year, basically, who you've been listening to, what genres you've been listening to, which albums you've been listening to. So I'm going to look at it for the first time now and see if it is any good or any representative of the music I've been listening to, because often people find it inaccurate. And there are other third-party ones you can use, but obviously use them at your own risk. Before we go into the video looking at my Spotify Wrapped, please hit the subscribe button if you're new down below, and set a mental note to follow me on Instagram at RipItUpMusic. Reminder as well before we get started on the rest of the video. As much as Spotify is great, I love Spotify, I listen to Spotify all the time. Spotify does not make artists money unless they're huge. You make very little money off streaming. Same goes with all the other streaming sites. There's just no money in it for the artists. So if there is an artist you really love and you really want to support them, go to their gigs when we can go back to gigs next year. Buy their records on CD, on cassette, on vinyl. Buy their merch. It's so important that these artists are supported when people aren't buying physical music as much as they were anymore. So, yes, I love listening on Spotify, but buy a couple of vinyl records this Christmas to support your favourite artists. So we've got our Spotify Wrapped here. You still had your hands ready. I'm going to turn the volume down. 706. What does that mean? Okay, 706 new artists. That's quite good. Quite excited about that. 706 new artists. 546 genres. I didn't even know there were 546 genres. But what were the top ones? Rap, indie soul, modern rock, cool jazz and pop. Interesting. So rap and indie soul as the top ones. To be fair, I slag off the 1975 a lot, but I did love that tune in particular. Featured Phoebe Bridgers. I'm happy for that to be my top song. Slept to that song a lot as well. Oh, what were the other ones I had? Okay. I'm going to pause there because, yeah, fair enough. Jesus Christ. 2005, God Bless America. Listened to that loads over lockdown. Same with Far Away, just because it was kind of relevant at the time to the ideas of lockdown. It'd Be Nice to Me by Blade. I don't know, this was a big year for me for listening to Blade. I was meant to be seeing him in October, obviously that didn't happen. Hopefully I'll be able to catch him in 2021, but yeah, fair enough. Sugar by Brockhampton, I loved that track last year as well. Glad to see I'm still listening to Brockhampton in 2020, yeah. And Black Dog by Arlo Parks. I mean, Arlo Parks is just simply one of the most beautiful voices ever. I mean, if you haven't got Arlo Parks on your top 5 top songs, you're doing something wrong. Oh, I'm a pioneer, am I? I listened to Black Dog before it hit 50,000 streams. What can I say? I'm ahead of the curve. Or I like to think so anyway. Which decade did I play the most compared to other decades? It's probably going to be 1950s or 60s because of the jazz, I reckon. I'm going to say 1950s. Okay, no, not quite. It was the 2000s. Okay. My top song from this time was Baby I'm Yours by Arctic Monkeys. So, who was by my side? I have... Right, they know too much. I have lots of houseplants. Okay, ooh, damn. Top Artist of the Year. Brockhampton, Blade, Tyler the Creator, or Young Lean. I have listened to a lot of Tyler the Creator this year, so I think it could be Tyler. The other two options potentially are See, I've listened to a lot of Young Lean as well. I think I'm going to say Young Lean on the off chance that it is, because I have listened to a crazy amount of Young... I'm going to say Young Lean. I truly know myself. Well, you truly know yourself. Okay, top artist Young Lean. I was in their top 0.5% of their listeners. Damn. I spent almost 3,000 minutes listening to his music this year. Okay, that's quite a good one. I'm quite happy with that. Young Lean, Blade, Rockhampton, Tyler, Trippie Redd. Interesting that they're all rap, because I could... And in fact, it makes sense that I listen to Trippie Redd that much. But I'm happy with that. What do you mean spending all 67 months? There's only 12 months in 2020. Minutes listened, 107. Oh wow, I get different colourways. Oh, that's quite cool. That's quite cool. I like the fact that I get different colourways. I like that. So there we go. That's my Spotify Wrapped for 2020. Obviously, that only covers 1st of January to, I think, the end of October. But it's interesting to see that I really did listen to a lot of Swedish rap this year. Kind of surprised that the top two were Young Lean and Blade. And again, it's like the third year on the trot. The Brockhampton and Tyler the Creator have been in my top 5 most listened to artists. Also surprised to see Trippie Redd in there as well. Kind of feel like I'm letting the indie side down. I think it's probably because there aren't really any indie bands I listen to religiously on repeat at the moment. That probably affects things. Happy with my top 5 tracks as well. Nice to see the Arlo Parks track on there, because that really is probably one of my favourite songs of the year. And it's interesting that I listen to so much 2000s music as well. I guess that's kind of a case of listening to 2000s, Arctic Monkeys from the 2000s and things like that, which I did a reasonable amount. So yeah, it's time to wrap up my Spotify Wrapped video. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please follow me on Instagram @RipItUpMusic. I'll put the link in the bio. We do loads of stuff. There's also the radio show now out as well on Rare FM, which would be great to check out. And if you're staying on YouTube for a bit, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and check out a few more videos here on the side. But yeah, I'm just going to sit here until you decide to watch one of my videos. I'm making it awkward for you, aren't I?